Since it's Thanksgiving, I'm going to be attempting some shameless clickbait by talking turkey. Gobble gobble, gobble gobble. And that brilliant segue leads me to ask, why do we gobble up a gobbler? Or why does the word gobble have two meanings? The sound that the turkey makes is onomatopoeic, which means that it's our attempt at imitating how they actually sound. Gobble as in to eat is much older, and it's possible that the reason we say turkeys make that noise is as a bit of a joke. Since we eat them and the sound they make sounds roughly like our word for eating them, classic 17th century humor. But gobble as in to eat is what's called a frequentative. A frequentative is when you make a noun show frequent and repetitive action. So a frequent repetitive spark is a sparkle. If you repeatedly try and wrest something away from someone else, you wrestle. And if you grunt a lot, you gruntle. Disgruntle is an entirely separate talk. But someone who gobbins a lot is a gobbler. Gobbin is just an archaic word for drinking greedily, so it's someone who eats and drinks greedily. A lot. And speaking of people who liked drinking, I predict, on T-Day, someone in your Twitter feed will drag out the old chestnut that Benjamin Franklin wanted our national bird to be the turkey. Some will even say that he campaigned for the bird, that he thought it represented all that was great about America. He didn't. After the eagle was chosen, a seal with the new bird was produced. But the graphic artist took so many liberties with the design that it got nicknamed the turkey, because the bird on the seal looked more like a turkey than an eagle. In a letter to his daughter, all Franklin said was that this wasn't a bad thing, because at least it's better than that damned eagle. He was anti-eagle. He wasn't really pro-turkey. And finally, where do turkeys come from? Short answer, Mexico. Long answer, before the Spaniards showed up, they're generally thought to be 4 animals natively domesticated across the Americas. They are alpacas, llamas, turkeys, and guinea pigs. How about the dog? That's going to require an entire spin-off series. Originally, the Aztecs prized turkey for their feathers, but eventually realized they were actually quite tasty. When the Spaniards showed up, they brought turkey back with them to Europe, and in Europe the breed took off. Dozens of new breeds were developed across the continent. It was such a hit that when colonists came to America, they brought their own turkey with them. And it was from breeding European turkeys with American turkeys that we got the bronze-breasted turkey, which was the gold standard until the 60s. But during the 60s, scientists noticed that people preferred white meat, so bronze-breasted turkeys were crossed with white Holland turkeys to create white-breasted turkeys, which is probably the animal you're eating. So where does your turkey come from? Mexico, but it had to go on holiday for a bit to become our staple. And remember, this too may be wrong. Another great Thanksgiving tradition is the president pardoning a turkey. This custom is sometimes dated to Lincoln pardoning a turkey his son befriended. If Lincoln did do that, he forgot to tell anybody. Others say Truman, who, again, forgot to tell anybody, and the turkey cited was for Christmas. And it was eaten. Kennedy is next, but he decided to keep the turkey as a Thanksgiving present. It wasn't actually pardoned. The first proper turkey pardon wasn't until 1989, when George Bush said he's been granted a presidential pardon as of right now, allowing him to live out his days on a farm not far from here.